Zachary, does Deadpool and Wolverine making $1 billion show the weird state of comic book movies where the only billion-dollar comic book movies of the decade are multiverse nostalgia films? There's a lot to unpack there because it's not just comic book movies. In the year 2019, was there $9 billion films? 9 films, 1 year. Something like 5 or 6 of them were Disney, and like it was, if you throw Far From Home in there was one more, like just crazy number of billion-dollar films. Yeah, because you had 2 Captain Marvel, Avengers, Aladdin, Lion King, Frozen 2, Rise of Skywalker, Far From Home. Oh, Toy Story 4. was that 7.5? There's one studio in 1 year. Contrast that with the last 5 years, we've only had 8 total billion-dollar films. So it's not just that comic book movies aren't hitting the way that they used to, and only these people are not going out in droves to go see blockbusters the way that they used to. And it's a lot more of like, what's the movie we're going to go see this year? What's the thing that's important? What's the must-see thing? And sometimes it's going to Pandora. Sometimes it's seeing nostalgia bait films. Sometimes it's seeing Tom Cruise in a jet. Sometimes it's seeing Margot Robbie as a toy. But it's not what it was before, where just people showed up like crazy for a lot of different things. But I think there's absolutely truth to the fact if you look at it and you go, the only 2 Marvel movies in 5 years to hit $1 billion are doing the nostalgia thing. They're doing the cameo game. That's concerning. There's other things that tie into it. Absolutely. But the only thing that has really worked on a large scale, the one trick that they have that really sells tickets, nostalgia bait. That's a red flag. And maybe it's the oopsie they made by not doing an Avengers, a team up movie, 2 years ago that would pull characters together, elevate characters. Like, you keep in mind, like Captain America, the first one wasn't a particularly big hit. The second one did dramatically better, largely considered a much better film, but also Captain America became much more high profile after the first Avengers. Those Avengers movies, they make everyone more popular. Like Iron Man 3 is by far the most successful Iron Man film, even though a lot of people had issues with it, but it was the movie after Avengers. And so they didn't do a team-up movie that would raise the fame of Shang-Chi and some of the other new characters they introduced and make, pull everybody together. They didn't do that. And so then the one trick they do have is No Way Home and Deadpool. Cameos, nostalgia bait. So I think there's a lot that I've talked about a zillion times of the mismanagement of the last several years of Marvel and mistakes they've made, but yeah. Most of these clips are pulled from my Patreon live streams. I do about 6 live streams every single month for $2 per month, $20 per year. You can get access to all the exclusive videos and live streams for $5 per month. You get your name on my end card. At the top tier, you get a 30-minute video chat with me each month. The link down below in the description has more information.